Ladies and gentlemen, this time it's tea time with ZBigStu. It's we're in a changing room because we can't get anywhere else. We're doing it on a Tuesday night after the game with I keep getting that name wrong. I couldn't say it. Even our fans was coming on the radio and telling me how to say Hensford.
That's right. You got it right.
Hensford. Oh, I need to fall over, don't I? God. My birthday on Thursday.
Is it?
Yeah.
Cakes?
It'll be coming in on Saturday.
What about Thursday?
Mrs. is taking me out for dinner.
Well done. Where you go?
She ain't told me.
Well, this goes out after your birthday, so happy birthday.
Thank you very much, mate. And also a wedding anniversary at the same time as well.
No, you can't forget that then.
That's why I did it. I ain't stupid.
That's clever, actually.
The method in my madness.
Do mine like that, 'cause it's
Yeah.
season, so.
Oh, well, there you go then. So I tell you, that was a cracking game tonight, and I can literally see progression coming through from every single pre-season, and we've gone on that next level today because that was a proper game tonight, wasn't it? I mean, it was different style of footballs against like Stoke and Coventry, where they put the youngsters on, and it was a running game up and down and stuff like that. And see, it was the survival of the fittest probably at that time of the season, but today was a proper game of football.
Yeah, it was. We knew that coming into it. You know, Hensford have been promoted 2 out of the last 2 seasons. Again, like I said to Stoke and Coventry, like, we thank Hensford for coming. You know, it's really nice to get, and they're another professional football club now. They've gone full time over the summer, and obviously got a really experienced manager that's played a lot of professional football matches, and they couldn't have been a nicer bunch. You know, I know it got a bit tasty on the pitch, sort of. I'm not really quite sure why, but yeah, I mean, I don't remember Jake having to make a save other than from the free kick in the last minute, and you know, I don't really remember their goalkeeper making a save. But if you can, so I said to the players afterwards, we sort of look like 2 teams cancelling each other out. But if we can go toe to toe with them, then that stands us in real good stead. And when you look at the players that aren't here for various reasons, holidays, illness, injury. We've got a real good group, Stu, and it is definitely going in the right direction. But you know, there's players that have now got to fight for places. You know, I've got fans in the bar saying to me that we've got some really difficult choices to make, but they become easy choices when players play themselves into the team and players don't. You know, they make themselves, don't they?
Absolutely. I mean, you're carrying probably five trialists at this moment in time, and sooner or later you've got to make that decision whether they've got a future at this club.
Yeah, I think we're going to sign a few Thursday, so by the time this goes out, you know, I don't know whether they'll be released yet, but I think we're going to sign a couple of them definitely on Thursday, maybe 3. But yeah, they've done well. Yep. You know, and a manager at the level came to watch our game against Coventry and said to me, at his club, he's got trialists that he knows aren't good enough. They know they're not good enough. They're just sort of trying their luck. We haven't got that this year. We've got trialists that are good enough for the level, have played the level, have done well at the level. It's just, are they better than what we've got, or are they performing better than what we've got in a dressing room that are performing really well? And that says a lot about, you know, the recruitment and the hard work that we've all done over the summer. Yeah, and
it gets serious now though, doesn't it? Because fixture list comes out on Friday. Obviously we're just in time for ZBigStu. We won't be able to tell you who our first fixture is, unfortunately, but and then you can start planning for the start of the season, start getting out people to go and watch who we're playing, plan properly for them against it, and then hit the ground running.
Yeah, that's it. You know, I think we're probably already in the serious mode, but you know, we're now 5 games in. I think we've got another 5 games to go, so you know, which are like mini seasons, aren't they? And if I'd have said to you at the beginning after Nuneaton, which, you know, unfortunately result didn't go our way, but we wouldn't lose the next 4, and out of those you play Worcester Raiders, who've been promoted, Stoke and Coventry, both professional football clubs, and Hensford have been promoted, and to not lose any of those 4 is some achievement. If we can go the next 5 and not lose, we're in a really, really good place. But yeah, fixture release day is always an exciting one, isn't it? I know everybody looks for certain fixtures, first day, last day, Christmas, derbies, things like that, and then you end up looking at groups of fixtures, and then you end up just looking at the whole lot, don't you? So no, it is exciting. Like you said, you can get out and watch teams and stuff like that, but that's really difficult pre-season because, you know, we probably don't know our strongest 11 right now, so whether if someone's watched us, whether they've seen our strongest 11 or not, we probably wouldn't know. But teams like to normally play their strongest 11 in the last pre-season game, and that's normally the one that gets watched by people.
Are you probably done now for signings of people coming into the club, or are you still looking? Is there still space to actually bring that one player that you think will gel that the rest of the team for the season?
Yeah, I don't think you ever stop looking. To be fair to the lads, I'm not actively looking, but if players become available that make the football club better and the team better, you have to make those phone calls and you have to look out for those players. I think personally, in my humble opinion, probably 2 or 3 short of really having a go. I think the group we've got here is good enough to compete in the playoff positions, if everyone stays fit, touch wood, and that would be something that we'd achieve with a football club. But when I sort of say 2 or 3 short, I mean 2 or 3 short from
winning the league,
a real special season that could go down in big history. But those players aren't available at the minute. We try and talk to them, all the various people at the football club try and talk to those players, and a bit like us really, we've probably got too many that will end up filtering out, and other clubs will have players that filter out. But yeah, not actively looking, because you've got to give credit to the players that are in the building.
So when you actually do the work, with Trialists, you say yes or no that you can be in this squad. Do you still keep tabs on them, or do they still retain some sort of link to Stratford Town? Do we get their registration and loan them somewhere? Is that how things work?
Yeah, sometimes I think what the difficulty is, when you sign players on a Southern League registration form, they can't dual reg in any of the Southern Leagues, which then becomes a challenge. So you then have to put people on contract and loan them out. But what we've got this season is we've got a real good group of young players, and any players that don't quite make a match day squad in August, if they're young players, we want to keep them around at Stratford, because if they're not quite making the grade in August, like these players can make the grade in October. We're not talking in 2 years' time, we're talking in 2 months' time. So it's really important that the group feel a part of the football club, and that's where it's for me, for the staff and the people around the football club, to make them feel welcome, to ensure that if they're not quite in the first squad, they might be in the second one. If they're not in the second one, they might be in the third one. And if they don't quite make that, can they get some games somewhere? But we would have them watched regularly. I'd make sure we got the games from the management that we sent it to, and like I said, they could be ready September, October, November time. Some might take longer, some might be quicker. And then if players get injured, those players come back in, because what we've got now is we've got a real nucleus of a real good group that's starting to gel. But there's 5 or 6 real young players that are going to play professional football, and this football club's going to have a big part to say in it.
Brilliant stuff. Cheers, Davo.
Cheers to you.